Good morning, friends. I again welcome you for our next lecture on W. H. Hudson's An Introduction to the Study of Literature. In the second chapter of this book, Hudson begins to discuss the relationship between the society and literature. In our last lecture, we discussed literature as a social product. We discussed how every literature represents its society in which it is produced. And today, in this lecture, we want to discuss Taine's formula of the race, the milieu, and the moment. Friends, Taine is a very well-known French historian and a critic who has given a new formula of studying literature. According to him, if a student of literature wants to study literature, then first of all, he or she has to study the race, the milieu, and the moment of the author. So, Taine has given us three different important terms: race, milieu, and moment. And he has tried to look at literature, he has tried to study literature in a scientific manner. Taine believed that all individuals living at one particular time are the products of the forces governed by these three things: race, milieu, and moment. Let me say the same thing in a different manner. According to Taine, all individual talent means the authors who are writing literature in that particular period of time. According to him, all these individuals who are living in one particular time are the products of the forces governed by race, the milieu, and the moment. Now the question is, what is this race and what is this milieu and moment? By the term race, he means to say the hereditary and the temperament of the people. That means what? Race means, every author he has come or he has connected with one particular race. Sorry, with one particular heredity. Okay, so we are the products of one particular tradition. Okay, we are so because our forefathers were so. We are the products of our heredity and we are the products of our temperament. So, our whole personality, our thinking pattern is actually governed by our race. Okay, that is what Taine wants to say. And milieu, the second term he talks about is the milieu. Milieu means the social surroundings in which we are living, the climate in which we are living, or the physical environment in which we are living, or the political institutions which have shaped us. Everybody is a product of his social surroundings, of his climate, of his physical environment, and of his political institutions. Have you imagined that had William Shakespeare lived during 21st century in our times, do you think that William Shakespeare would have written the same kind of tragedies that he wrote? The answer is no. In the same manner, do you think that T.S. Eliot, who was the 20th century poet, he could have written the same kind of poetry had he lived during 16th century? The answer is no. Why? Because T.S. Eliot is the product of his age. The social forces have shaped his mind and personality. The social forces have shaped the mind and personality of William Shakespeare during 16th century. So what Taine wants to say is, if a student wants to study literature, he must find out the race of the author, the family in which he was born, the tradition in which he was born, the heredity which he has received. And the second thing is the social environment in which he was living. Because ultimately we are not individual people. To some extent we are individuals, but to major extent we are all the products of our social environment. And the third term he gives is the moment. Moment means the spirit of the period or the stage of national development. Moment means time. If you want to study an author, you need to study the time in which the author was living. Okay, so the race, the milieu, and the moment, all these three are interconnected with one another. Okay, they are, to some extent they are overlapping one another, but then as a student of literature, it is our prime responsibility, according to Taine, it is our prime responsibility that we must study the race, the heredity, the milieu, the social surroundings, and the moment, the time in which the author was living. So according to him, we may study an author by examining how these forces act on him and his contemporaries. But when Taine says that you must study the race, the milieu, and the moment, there are some drawbacks also in this theory. There are some problems with this theory. The problem is that no doubt we are the products of our society. Every author is the product of his society. Every author is the product of his time. Every author is the product of his race. But at the same time, Taine misses one very important aspect of individuality. Because every genius is also an individual talent. That is what T.S. Eliot has also discussed in one of his critical essays. The title of that essay is Tradition and Individual Talent. Okay, and that's why you can see on the screen that we have written that Taine's formula has so many drawbacks. According to him, an individual is merely a product of his race or epoch of time. But Taine has overlooked one another very important factor of individuality or personality. Because if we go by his theory, then we could not have only one Shakespeare during 16th century. We could have so many Shakespeares during 16th century, because Shakespeare was not the only author living in England during 16th century, during Elizabethan age. With Shakespeare, there were hundreds of writers, there were hundreds of authors living in England during Elizabethan age. But why only Shakespeare became a great writer? Why only Shakespeare became the greatest dramatist of his age? Because of his individuality. Though the common environment, the common social surrounding was shared by hundreds of writers during his times, but still Shakespeare stands out from others. Shakespeare becomes an extraordinary writer who is different from others. Why is it so? Because of his individual talent. That is what Taine has forgotten. So that's why we can say that Taine is wrong in his theory, because Taine does not talk about that quality which makes the author an individual talent. Taine overlooks the qualities which differentiate one author from the other author. Though the same surroundings, the same society in which hundreds of people, hundreds of authors are writing, during the same period of time, hundreds of authors are writing, but only few come out as the great writers, as the great authors. Few come out as the great representatives of their age. Why? Because they have their individual talents. So there are these both the things should be kept in our mind when we are studying literature. Number one, as per the Taine's idea, Taine's formula of race, milieu and moment. And number two, we must also give importance to the individual talent, individual qualities of the authors. Okay. According to Jabb, a genius combines his personal qualities with the qualities gifted to him by the society or the nation. So we have taken one idea of Jabb. Jabb believes that a genius is one who is a combination of the two things. Number one, his personal talent, his personal qualities, gifted by nature, gifted by God, and on the other hand, other qualities which are gifted to him by his society, by his country, by his nation. For example, Shakespeare had an individual gift of flexibility of spirit, which is not normally found in all other writers, all other dramatists of his times. Therefore, along with the consideration of the external factors, one must also include the internal factor. Internal factor means the individual talent of the individual author. So, external, what are the external forces? Three forces: race, milieu and moment, as per Taine's formula. No doubt, these three, race, milieu and moment, they are very important factors which make and shape our personality as an author. But at the same time, every author has some inner talent, individual talent, which must not be ignored and neglected while studying a particular author. Okay. Now another idea that we must also focus is that the author is influenced by the social forces, no doubt. The author is influenced by the temperament of his society, no doubt. The author is the product of his society. There is no doubt in this. But at the same time, the author also influences the time, the society in which he is living. Okay? So, the author on the one hand is influenced by others, and at the same time, the author also influences others living during his times. So that's why this is also one of the drawbacks of Taine's formula of race, milieu and moment. That Taine only talks about how the age affects the author, but he misses the idea that how the author affects the age. For example, the Victorian literature was affected by the various intellectual movements which took place during that particular time, during 19th century. Okay? The Victorian literature produced during 19th century, during the reign of Queen Victoria, that literature was affected by some movements, social movements, some literary movements which took place during 19th century. But on the other hand, this literature also affected or influenced the other movements which were popular during that time. So literature influences the society. As society influences literature, in the same manner, literature also has the power to influence the society in which it is produced. Okay? And these movements, the Victorian movements, were stimulated and guided by the writings of Tennyson, Browning, Carlyle, John Ruskin, Charles Dickens, and so many other writers. If Gandhi is the product of his times, then other important thing that you must not note is that Gandhi is the result of his times, but at the same time Gandhi also influenced his times. Okay? So it is both ways, both are interconnected. So the great writers have the power to leave an indelible imprint on the age in which they were living. They, no doubt, the great writers are the result of their age, the result of their surroundings, the result of their society. But at the same time, the great writers, when they grow up as great writers, they, on the other hand, have the power to influence their society. So, this important thing must not be ignored by the students of literature. The great writers are the creators as well as the creatures of their times. On the one hand, they are the creatures of their time, means they are the product of their time. On the other hand, they are the creators of their own time. And that's why, we can say that Taine, the French historian, neglects the quality of individuality, individual personality of the author. No doubt, Taine's formula is important for us because he is right when he says that every genius is the product of his race, milieu, and moment. But at the same time, we must also not forget that every genius, a great author, is also influential to the age. He influences to his times. Taine's formula, therefore, does not think of books as expressions of individual thought, and this is the problem with his formula. Okay, so we can say that his theory fails, partially fails, not completely fails. His theory of race, milieu and moment partially fails in giving proper understanding of literature. But let me, at the end of this lecture, let me conclude that we as the students of literature, we may consider Taine's formula of race, milieu and moment to some extent, but at the same time we must also consider the fact that every author is an individual talent. Every author has the power to influence his age. Okay, so the author also adds to the society as society adds to the author. both are connected with one another. Here, friends, we come to the end of this lecture. In the next lecture, we will discuss some other important issue from chapter number 2. For the time being, stay home, stay safe. Goodbye. Thank you.